Man, I love salt. Oh, man. Salt, right? I love salt on pretzels. I will not eat popcorn without salt. I will not eat corn on the cob without salt. Man, salt has such great flavor to our tongues, to our body. Thank you, God, for salt. But in our schedule of readings today, on the lectionary schedule, we are directed to Mark chapter 9. And Jesus has been talking about salt, but not just in terms of flavor. He's talking about how if there is something wrong or unhealthy in your life, cut it out. Jesus is very blunt. He says it's better to avoid hell with one eye than to go there with both eyes looking at unhealthy things. It's better to cut off one hand or one foot and avoid hell than to just keep doing what you're doing. And then Jesus concludes this teaching section by saying, salt is good for seasoning, but if it loses its flavor, how do you make it salty again? You must have the qualities of salt among yourselves and live in peace with each other. There's one use of salt that many of us forget about in our modern times. It was key in Jesus' day for preserving, keeping the rot away from meat, from food. Stay salty. In this season of Lent, it's good for us to think about where there is decay, where there is ill health, bad attitudes, patterns of living that are destructive rather than life-giving. Put on the salt. Salt is what eats away the impurities and makes things flavorful and right and healthy. Will you think about that today? What are the patterns in your life that are tearing you down, not of God's will, not of God's health? Those patterns or behaviors that are only hurting you and not helping. Don't cut out the salt. Cut out those things. May the Lord bless you.